What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game Transformers Fall of Cybertron, which was released on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC by Activision and High Moon Studios. It was later ported to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now, the plot of the game is that the Autobots were forced to leave Cybertron because it was dying due to the lack of energon. So they had to try to find this ship called the Ark so they could find another spot to live and stuff. But Megatron and the Decepticons are bent on destroying and crushing the Autobots. Now, pretty much, Transformers Fall of Cybertron is essentially the sequel to the game um, Transformers War for Cybertron. Pretty much, the main campaign pretty much has 13 different chapters where you play as different Transformers from both factions and stuff like that. And pretty much, you can play as like a Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, Megatron, um, Vortex, and Swindle from the Combaticons. Brutus, of course, who is the Combaticons combined and stuff like that. And there is this one particular subplot that I've noticed that Optimus Prime pretty much sent Jazz and Cliffjumper to see why Grimlock rather, who was the leader of the Dinobots, why he left his post and stuff like that, and you find out later on within the game why that particularly happened. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much each Transformer has a primary weapon and a secondary weapon, and I would say with the exception of Bruticus, everybody else that is a playable character within the game can find different secondary weapons throughout the course of the game. Now you can pretty much replenish your health with energon cubes, and you can pick up ammo for your primary and secondary weapon. Again, the only exception would be Bruticus because as far as his secondary weapon, because he got a flamethrower as a secondary weapon and stuff like that. Apparently, he don't need any ammo for that and stuff. Now, you can find blueprint schematics in the game that you can use to unlock weapons that you can buy from Talatran 1. Now, once you get to Talatran 1, you can buy weapons and get something called tech, and once you get the Talatran 1, you use energon charge as currency to buy the weapons in tech. As far as the tech is concerned, they fall under the assault tech and the utility tech. And under the assault tech, you get stuff like a thermal mine payload, um, Marco orbital beacons and stuff like that. And under the utility tag, you can get stuff like a in cooler, ultra powers, and other items and stuff like that. Now, one thing about Transformers Fall of Cybertron is that it has pretty much online multiplayer on it, and you can only get access to it just by having a Xbox Live account and PSN account. But however, with the Xbox 360 version and the PlayStation 3 version, um, the online the online multiplayer is no longer available because both of the Xbox Live accounts are currently on the Xbox One and Xbox Series consoles. And it's the same thing with the PSN accounts. They're currently on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and stuff. But in any event, the multiplayer modes are essentially escalation, team deathmatch, conquest, capture the flag, headhunters, and stuff like that. Now with the escalation, it's pretty much the same premise as the escalation in Transformers War for Cybertron, where you have to pick a particular faction, then fight off waves of enemies and stuff like that. With this one, it's pretty much 15. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it gets harder with each wave and stuff like that. And not only that, in a multiplayer, you can pretty much customize Transformer to your liking. Like first of all, you can have them to be an Autobot or a Decepticon. Then you customize everything else about them in terms of their like armor, their personality, the character's name, their color, and their voice and stuff like that. And of course, like all of that is dependent on you having them to be an Autobot or a Decepticon and stuff. And not only that, you could pick them to be one of four classes, which are pretty much the scientist, titan, destroyer, and infiltrator. In each class have their own pretty much advantages or disadvantages and stuff like that. Like for example, with the infiltrator, they're more built for speed and stuff, and you can also have them to be use stealth through cloaking and stuff like that. But they can't take heavy damage like the destroyer or Titan would and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much these are all the like stuff that you can do. But to me, the online mode is kind of skimpy on the game modes. But that's another thing, another topic for another day and stuff. Now, as far as the graphics and the design are concerned, they're pretty good and everything, and they have a nice color palette to it and stuff with all the grittiness that's within the game and stuff. Now, the controls and gameplay are pretty good, and I do like the fact, like in the first game, you could play as different Autobots and Decepticons and stuff like that. Even though some of the Autobots and Decepticons from the first game didn't technically make a return in this one. And the soundtrack is pretty good, and it gives the game a kind of grittiness to it that I like, and it doesn't go overboard in my opinion. The only that I do have is the fact that the multiplayer doesn't have a lot of game modes to it, and to me, it should have had at least two or three more game modes to it, along with any game modes that came as part of the DLCs when Transformers Fall of Cybertron came out and stuff. But other than that, Cybertron, Transformers Fall of Cybertron is a pretty good game, and it is a pretty good sequel to the game Transformers War for Cybertron. As far as the score, I definitely give it a 9 out of 10. Now, with that being said, you can sound off in the comment section about Transformers Fall of Cybertron, and you can also talk about Transformers War for Cybertron if you want. With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.